I think some days you just seem to kind of get forced into. And it sounds like I don't enjoy this, but I do, and it's a form of getting through my days. And I miss making the videos. Technical issues aside, also how difficult today's been with Uber. It was just I couldn't believe my eyes when I got through about 15 minutes of driving around and no pickups. It was just abnormal. Uber, I don't know if you know the driver's system. They use something called Trip Radar, and it offers a job between drivers. It seems like a way to kind of make you think that it's busier than it is, maybe. But I was offered about 5 or 6 jobs and got none of them. Under the impression that those jobs were real jobs rather than invisible fish being dangled in front of your face. So I been a bit of a strange one, but I get to meet interesting people in the middle of it, and you know that it's a good way to kind of have a chat and get you through the really weird days. I told my wife that it was really quiet. I've never known it to be this quiet. Financially, this country is a bit in a difficult place, so I also know that sometimes during the month people don't want to take an Uber and spend upwards of £6-7 to go between A and B, and where they could spend that on electricity bills. And drastic it is. I mean, there's another Uber driver going past me now in his Prius. I think I've seen so many Uber drivers in Sutton Coldfield, actually, funny enough. Anyway, but it's good fun to kind of speak with individuals and find out how everyone's. I suppose that's part of being an Uber driver, that you're trying to work out how things are working out there, how things are changing with the Middle East, and how this country economically is in a bit of a bad place. And it was putting in front of everybody's eyes that we don't make a lot of these things where we might have done it years ago. Fertilizer, a lot of it comes from the Middle East for our farms. Anyway, I met an interesting couple of individuals over the last few hours. I suppose the least interesting was some guy wanting to light up his weed in the car after having a difficult night on the gambling tables. I heard upwards around £700 being spent. So I think frustration led him to wanting to smoke in the car, if you can believe that. My instinct was to, do I try to tell this guy off and say that you're not smoking in my car? Or do I just put up with it and then maybe try to work things out with him amicably? Anyway, I thought afterwards, and he'd obviously knew I wasn't too happy with him in the back there. He I guess the bane of Uber drivers at the moment is riders. What are you saying? Someone did not want to move over there. Wanting to stop on the journey, about not wanting to pay for an extra stop, so they wanted to go to the shop, so I was about to run off on them, but I think they'd worked out that I wasn't happy with them, and so they got back to the car pretty quick. Anyway, thanked me a lot when he got to the drop off, so I gave him I didn't give him a bad rating. The other individual was a character who was a little bit tipsy. He was in his late 60s and semi-retired. He told me that he was now doing decorating. Never been a decorator in his life, and was now being paid by the Birmingham University to be a decorator for them. Don't understand that. And but anyway, he retired from the army. If you saw him, you just thought that doesn't fit. Been to the Falklands. He was, as far as I understand, he was in the Welsh Guards, and he was on the ship with Simon Weston when it was hit by the Argentinians with missiles. What was it? Bombs? I can't remember. And didn't want to talk about it too much. Said that Simon Weston was in the tank when the missiles hit, which I was kind of surprised. I didn't know that. And knew Simon Weston very well, and was talking about the fact that he doesn't like to be in front of the cameras, but he did, out of the blue, say didn't want to be don't want to talk about it too much, and he went very quiet, and he obviously had issues. Because he said he gets he speaks to a psychologist every week, I suppose, to deal with his trauma. He was talking to him, and he said that he'd been to multiple different countries down the years. His father had got him into the army, didn't want to do anything of the sort. Been to Sudan, Iran, of all places, for training, I think, and Australia, China. He said the best place he'd ever been in his life was Peking, where a little girl had offered him some water, and he started to cry, and I think he not had that kind of kindness from people, I suppose. He is what he was surprised at. It's very quiet at the moment. Let's see if I get this. I doubt it's just absolutely rubbish. If I don't get this, I'm going home for food. Oh, I did get it. What the... Anyway, I'm going to leave it now, because I've obviously got a job, and it's not the easiest of places. So Uber don't really decide on giving you jobs when you're in easy places to get to without causing trouble.